I don't know. Hey, everybody. It's Pontoon Jody, and this is the Steve Douglas's the Monster Rod Holders Power Hour show. And we're going to be here for an hour talking to our good friend James Cool Cats Fishing
Who? Oh, yeah, that's me.
out on his boat tonight. He's out skipjacking. Where you at, James?
I am just below the Watts Bar Dam, hoping to get a skipjack or two. Otherwise, Jody gets mad. She comes in on Thursday or Friday, and there's no bait.
Well,
But
you know it is.
I got two floats out for the skipjack and one I'm casting. I got one rod out for catfish just in case one wants to come around. So maybe we catch a catfish on the show, but who knows? See the monster rod holders in action. I have 8 of them on the boat.
Yeah.
I'm not like Jody. I don't need 16 or 20.
Sure you do. The more the merrier.
Yeah, I guess.
There we go. I cut my volume down a little.
Okay, well, I'm always loud and obnoxious, so.
Now I need to cut it up a little because you're quieting down. Hey, Palmetto Cats, member for 1 month. Let's go, Pontoon Pals.
Hey, so you there, Jody? Can you hear me? Can you hear
Probably
me
going
now?
to be changing the
No.
show back to starting at 7. Steve can't hardly make it at 6:30. He's still working, so we'll I'll talk to him
Alrighty.
to make sure before we switch it, but it'll probably go back to 7. And we'll say hello to some people in chat real quick. I
Hi,
actually
chat.
just woke up, so sorry. I had to take a little nap first. Hey, Chris Everett, Mike Sampson, Catfish in Fresno. Said he was here before Lisa Burrito.
BCL.
I always had to butcher one name when I'm sleepy. Larissa. Who would have thought of that?
Larissa, yeah. Like linguiça?
Lisa and Burrito, Larissa.
Can I get a linguiça burrito?
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Rogers, how you doing? Fish in the Mid-South. Everyone kept him from being first, therefore they ain't allowed to win. Hey, Tim Molina. He said if you win it, you can have it, Mike. Or if I win, you can have it. Then we
Oh,
got
man, I
here-
can't put in for it.
Here, let's go, Fisher Batten. 16 minutes. Let's see. Chris Everett. Randy Old Gray Hair Swain. Howdy. There's Shirley T. Says hello, everybody.
Hello, Shirley.
Randy again. And there's Lisa. Sorry, I butchered your name, Lisa. Hey, Don Johnson says good evening, everybody. Smoky Mountain Catfishing. I think you know him.
Yep. I sure do.
Met him at the gathering.
Yep. Put him on his PB Blue Cat.
That was awesome. Hey, Nubby's Catfishing.
I love it
John-
when it works out like that.
Yeah, John Boy's Catfishing. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Gene Tillman. There's Palmetto Cats. James, you better get her some baits, what Nubby said.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
You don't want to go skipjack fishing with her. She's one angry skipjack fishing person.
hey, Chad Thomason. Greenwell Fishing. How you doing? Thanks for sharing the link, Chris Everett. Appreciate it. Let's see. We're getting close to the end.
Never.
It does work. He's actually going to fish the tournament this week. Annette Aspen, how you doing? Thompson's Outdoors and More says hello. And who's your guest, Jody? I don't know him. Thompson's Outdoors and More is a bait shop 3 miles east of Watts Bar Dam.
It's that way.
Yeah. Let's see. Funny, Jody. Sorry, Lisa.
Linguiça, that's what I'm calling her from now on.
That's right, Mid-South. 3 miles east. There's 205 Wild Action. There's Big Slim.
Linguiça.
Crappie Day Fish On. The Crappie Day Darren. I think I'm getting close to the bottom now. There's Lance McCoo guy.
Lance the cool guy.
Steve Redstone. 922 Crappie Barbecue. If you guys have any questions for James, you can write them in chat. He's going to talk a little bit about where he how he started out and a little bit about his life and what brought him into fishing.
Well, way back in the day, my mom and dad got together, and oh no, not that far back.
Not that far back.
So, am I going? Am I rolling with it here?
Yeah, go for it.
Originally hatched out in California. Yeah, I know, hard to believe. But joined the Navy when I was in boot camp on my 17th birthday. Bam. Wondering, what do I do with my life? But then when I turned 37, I retired from the Navy. That was what I was doing. But worked out good for me, so I've always been around the water. Once I joined the military, I never went back to California, so I left when I was 17. Always around the water, so always fishing. It's mostly oceans, though, and bays, things like that. Had a lot of fun. Then, I don't know, after I got out of the Navy, I was in San Diego for about 6 months before I moved out to Indiana, Carmel, Indiana. Got to Carmel and did a little bit of fishing up there, not much. But what happened was I made the mistake of watching some YouTube videos, and there was this guy named Steve Douglas, I guess. And I was watching those videos, and I thought, well, dang, I could do that. That looks easy. I still can't do it yet, but I'm trying. So I ended up moving down to Tennessee because I looked at the map, and it had the most rivers, and it was supposed to be one of the better areas for catfish. So moved down here and started fishing for catfish. I lived down in a Red Bank down in Chattanooga for about 3.5 years. Was on the bank for 2.5, and then I got my other boat I had, the Key West, and started and just kept moving up. And then finally had some money so I could buy a house. Bought a house up here in 10 Mile, Tennessee, overlooking the Watts Bar Lake. And I got this boat here because I spend more time in my boat than I do the car or the house. And I'm still trying to learn how to catch catfish. Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my days. I do good sometimes, but consistency seems to not be the key.
Well, some days they bite, some days they don't.
Yep.
You
That's what people say that can't catch them.
Those who can't catch.
That's what people say that can't catch them. No, some days they bite, some days they don't.
Oh, that's you then.
Yeah.
Hey, Sharon. Hey, Two Stands. Circle Hook.
Two Stands.
What is your PB?
PB is 70 pounds.
Awesome.
This was my biggest catfish. Like 4 years ago, though, I haven't been able to break it. I've had a lot of 60s, 68, 69s. Can't get over 70 for some reason. But I'll take all the 50s and 60s I could get. They're fun.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest flathead's 54 pounds that I got up in the lake right on the other side of that wall right there. So, and I got that about 2 years ago. But I haven't really caught any real monster big flatheads in a couple of years now. Used to get a lot of them, but not as much anymore. I caught more in the winter than we have this year.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. But him trying to get them and to just
we were getting them.
Channel. Danny said he used to hang out at Carmel, California, and was stationed at Fort Ord. Can you imagine if James and I had met back then?
Yeah. Oh man, look out.
Hey,
yeah, Danny and I get along pretty good together. I don't know. Stan, I never get to talk, so I don't know about Stan.
You can't get a word in for Stan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daryl, well, he's Daryl, so everybody knows how he is. But I think he's got his boat back up and running. I just had a small repair I had to do on the Hughes craft, the first one, really. I had spun the prop. I didn't hit anything or anything. It just was time for it to go, I guess. Basically, when you get in the water, you give it a little bit of gas, the boat runs fine, and as soon when you give it the more gas, the prop will start to spin, so you don't have any speed. But it was a $20 fix, so I'm pretty happy with that.
You've got your boat. It was a year in April, right? And how many hours?
I got it. It's a 2023, so it was a year this April. Yep, and I already have like 250 hours on it,
wow.
which is a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. And that's just run time. Just think of all the time I spent spot locked when the motor wasn't even on. So I probably well over 1,000 hours in it.
Oh Lord, more than that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You would think you'd learn how to catch catfish by then, you know?
You would think I would have taught you better.
Yeah. Jody caught a sturgeon the other day, and she almost cried. She was so depressed. I go, that's a good fish. What are you talking about? I thought it was a record blue.
I did. Josh Thompson said to tune in to Ed Evans' show. Shelby's a co-host with Linda Butterflies for the show that night, which will be Wednesday night at midnight. It's always a good show to watch.
Oh, I just found out anybody in my area this weekend or next weekend. This weekend is a juniors bass tournament. There's supposed to be like 70 different boats in it. That's going to be below Watts Bar Dam. And then next weekend is the high school bass tournament, and there's supposed to be 400 boats down here. I will not be anywhere around here.
There is nowhere to put 400 boats.
He said there's over 400 people that are signed up for it.
Wow.
And they're not going to be above the dam. He said they have to be below the dam. I was like, man, where is 400 people even going to fish?
Yeah.
There's only parking for what, 50, maybe 30, 40 trailers there?
Mm-hmm.
They'll have to go farther down, I guess.
James, were you talking about Carmel, Indiana or Carmel, California?
Either one. I was talking about Carmel, Indiana, but
yeah,
I've been to Carmel, California too. Carmel. That's where the snobby, the rich people are. The 1% or whatever they call them.
Yeah. Hey, Catfish Cowboy.
I think I would have made a great 1%er, but I don't know. Just wasn't in the cards.
Jinx.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Okay, let's talk about the product you use of Steve's.
I use them.
Monster rod holders for your new boat.
Yeah. What was that? How come I bought them?
Yeah, what made you choose Monster rod holders to go on the new boat?
Because everything on this boat I put on it so far is like the best, or some of the better gear. They're nice and thick. They're sturdy. They're strong, as you can tell. I can pull a boat. You're never going to lose a rod with one of those.
And what are they on?
That's the I don't know what he calls it. It's like the T that comes from Monster. Everything's Monster rod holder. The mount, the post, the triangle thing for the three of them, and have one on each side. And then I have one there, and those two there are good because I use those to climb in and out of the boat.
So those are like corner T-bars. Is that what you would call it?
Corner T-bars. And the two on the sides, you figure I weigh 300 pounds or close to it, and they don't have any problem at all me hanging on them, pulling myself in and out of the boat.
They're handle grips for sure.
Yeah, I use them more for those two. I use more for like grips, climbing in and out, than I do actually putting rods in them. Mm-hmm. But I use these back here all the time. They're good.
You've got
it's all adjustable here. You could raise it up and set this at any angle you want it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's got like a diamond or a star there, and you pick it up and you can move it over, so I can have them any way I want them.
Hey,
I like them about like that, so you'll yell if that catfish rod gets a bite.
Yeah.
I don't think the skipjacks are going to cooperate. They haven't been cooperating much lately out here.
You've got two different kind of rod holders. What are they?
Yep. I don't know what the numbers on them are. You got these, which I like. You got the two positions. Well, actually three positions. You got that one. You can put it up higher, or you could run it through here, which is good. Like if I'm suspend drifting, I usually have them down lower. And then if I'm dragging, I usually have them up higher. I don't know why. And then these are the lower ones. I don't forget what like a 90-40 or 45-90. I don't know what they are. But I figured I'd mix them up.
Yeah.
And I like these. These are good. That's as high as these go, though, there. And then you got your other settings here,
you lay them
which is good.
Spin.
Yeah, lay them down nice and flat.
Yeah.
Which is all good. But, I mean, the biggest thing is, like I said, you could catch a killer whale with that, and it's going to it'll tear out of the boat. The boat will break before the rod holders will.
Yeah. Holder 1 and holder 2. That's their names. That's right.
Yeah. The red and black one, the red and black one, 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, multiple colors. But I mean, like I said, they're definitely not going anywhere. I've caught some 50s, 60s and heavy current and couldn't even get the rod out of the rod holder. They're pulling so hard and the rod holder didn't give, it held just fine. So that's what I like. Because usually whatever can go wrong does go wrong, for sure.
We've got something we're giving away tonight. Do you have an example of it?
Nope, sure. Oh, no, I do. As a matter of fact, I do have my Hydro Web. Are you giving away the 80?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the 80. You can fit big stuff in it. I mean, you get to the bottom of it. Like I said, no problem with the 110-pound catfish, which one day I plan on catching, but he makes a bigger one, but I don't catch them that frequently to where I need that. I've had 2. I had a 40 and a 60 in here because I caught them doubled up at the same time, and I didn't have time to get the one out of the net, so I just reached over and scooped them both up. Yeah. Worked good. It folds up, and they even float now because they got the padding inside the thing, so they float. So when you leave it on top of your boat, you drive away, and it blows out of the boat, you can actually double back and follow your tracks and eventually find it floating out there like I've done once or twice.
And if you got the old one, he does sell on his website the handle. You can put the floating handle on the new one.
So you can switch out your old handle with the new one that floats?
And he sells extra nets. It can fit a whole cool net in.
White bass. I thought you were watching the polls, Jody.
I was not.
Yeah, definitely not a skipjack because he's not coming up to the top of the water. I'm guessing it's going to be. Oh, I got him hooked in the back. Do I? Might be a skipjack then. No. He's you know what it is? Wow, it is it's a bass, white bass. I thought it might have been a smallmouth for a minute there. Yeah. And no, you're not going to jab me. But you know what? I don't really have any bait, so you're going in the bait bucket. We'll take them in the ice chest.
We're allowed 15 possession of those.
Well, that's 1.
We usually keep 3 or 4 at the most.
I should have had the camera over this way. They probably didn't even see it.
Yeah, they did.
Okay, good. But yeah, so like I said, the Hydro Web I also like because the holes in it are nice and big. So if you're in heavy current, when you dip the net down, it doesn't necessarily go boom, get ripped out of your hand and go down the river. The water could get through it pretty easily. So that's the other thing I like about that. Are you watching the rods again, Jody? Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, I'm getting the code ready. The code.
Get the code. I need the code. So other than that, like I said, quick 20 years in the Navy. Worked out pretty good. Been around the world a couple times, seen a lot of stuff. Caught a lot of fish. Even stumbled into a bar every now and then overseas.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, once or maybe once or twice.
Who would have thunk it?
I know, I would have never thought that, but
let's see.
No, but I've been to more places than I could ever afford to take myself for sure. I mean, I've been just about everywhere. Only places that I never went was Iceland and Greenland. Mm-hmm. But I've been to Spain, Italy, France, been up in the Black Sea, been to a bunch of places in Canada, been to all the Caribbean islands. Where else we go? Been to Cuba. Not that wasn't good times, but been to Cuba, been all over. Rock of Gibraltar, get a piece of rock. Oh, Australia. I went diving off the Great Barrier Reef. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, cool.
Been there, done that.
John says thank you for your service.
Yep, no problem.
Smoky Mountain Catfishing. Ask James, does he still know the Costco jingle?
The Costco jingle?
Yeah.
Costco doesn't have a jingle, do they? How do I not know the Costco jingle? I'm a Costco. I love Costco.
I can't miss work where I would go.
The Costco jingle.
Hey, Eric, how you doing?
Oh,
tonight?
I know what I know. I don't want to. I don't want to think of that tune because then I can't get it out of my head. It was that one I had stuck in my head for like 4 days straight. I can't think of how it goes, and I don't want to think of how it goes. Thank you very much.
Coconut.
Oh, that yeah,
That
yeah. I think that was it.
Danny said, "I've never stumbled into a bar, but I've stumbled out of them."
Well, he's not doing it right.
Hey, David Smith said hello, James.
Hello, David.
There's Daryl.
I don't
I
know. So
love the overlay, Jody. Well, thank you.
I'm a firm believer in the Monster products because everything he's got is heavy duty enough for what I'm catching for sure. I've never had anything from Monster Rod Holders break. So I'm pretty happy with them.
Okay. I'm caught back up.
And he guarantees they're pretty good, doesn't he, Jody?
Yeah, he does.
Didn't you have to get some replaced because the coating
And
wasn't quite right and kind of fell apart, and so he replaced them all.
I bought a special color, and it didn't hold up, and he gave me all brand new ones.
And it was like not like one or two, like what was it, 12, 14, 16 or something? 17 rod holder. He replaced after, what was it, 3 or 4? It was probably 3 years, though, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that's pretty good. You're going to replace something after 3 years. I'd call that normal wear and tear myself, and you wouldn't have got nothing. But
right there.
But that's why I like Monster Rod Holders, because he's a stand-up guy and does a stand-up thing.
Yeah, definitely. You can't beat Steve.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He does a lot for the community, does a lot for the YouTubers.
Mm-hmm. You've got the stickers on your motor for them and everything?
Yep, I got the stickers on the rod holders. I got the good ones. I like the yellow with the monster on the inside of them, on the outside.
Yeah.
Those are my favorites. And I think Daryl has the Hydro Web stickers. They're kind of nice. I might want to try to get 2 of those.
I bet it was green, Jody. Maybe.
Yeah, of course it was
The
green.
new rods, I need to bring one in and show everybody the new rod holders.
Yep.
The code to get entered for the drum for the net is you have to put hashtag HD-80. It's not an O, it's a 0.
It's a 0. And all my Monster Rod Holder stuff I bought myself, so I'm not on the payroll. And I still talk good about them because it's just good equipment, good gear.
Hey, Ed Evans, Kevin Baker, thanks for coming in. Cold Creek
Ed
Catfish
Evans.
Billy. Jen Smith, how you doing? I bought 18 rod holders out of my own money. I first started off with the little plastic stand-up ones on the side of the boat. Then I went to Walmart and bought some $3 ones, and I upgraded to the $5 ones. And they was breaking off. As soon as you caught a big fish or hung up, they would just snap. And so as I could afford it, I upgraded to the Monster Rod Holders. And I think I bought the first set was like 9, then I went and bought 4 more, and then I finished it out.
Man, Diamond Jody Lowe.
I could,
rolling in the dough.
When I first fished on the pontoon, I only fished off the front. And then I added the rod holder on the back that held 9. And then 10.
Well, if you lose a rod or 2 over the side because you had a big fish and it broke the rod holder, then you're going to regret not having the good ones.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get away with cheaper ones, but when you get that big fish and if you lose it and your rod and reel, ooh, man, not good. Not good at all. And I've seen people lose some big, expensive rod and reels.
Yeah. I was standing there. It wasn't my PB. Mine's a 43-pound flathead, but it was a 45-pound flathead. We had like a 47-pound blue on. And then all of a sudden, my brother, he was standing there. Actually, I was beside him. And that rod snapped, and he just reacted and grabbed it, the rod holder, the Walmart one. And it was a 45-pound flathead. Just as soon as it took it down, it snapped that. And that's what I like about Steve's rod holders. That's not going to happen. The Monster rod holders ain't going to snap when you got a big fish on it.
Yeah, you could, like I said, I could hang off them. I could tow Jody's boat with them, which I've had to do once or twice.
Hey, Greg Burgess, how you doing?
She got a new boat. I was all excited, thinking, "Wow, right on! I won't have to go get her anymore." Wrong.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Brian B. Catfishing. Thanks for coming in.
Brian won't be catfishing because he doesn't.
And when I had them, now I've got a different boat, but on the pontoon, I used them a lot to hold on to move the boat around. And I did the other day on the skiff. Like the wind had, I launched by myself, so the wind had blown the skiff up on the boat ramp, so I had to get in it a little bit. That's what I used to push it around with. And then I got over to the dock, and I was walking on the dock, and I was grabbing those rod holders, pulling it around. So they're really good grip for when things go wrong to hold on to.
Yeah, if you're falling out of the boat, you can grab them on your way out.
I've had them catch me before and keep me from falling out.
So they're more than just a rod holder, is what you're saying.
Yeah. He said his second two big upgrades was the Monster Rod Holder Talons and the Hydro Whip 80 net. I can guarantee they both helped us land more bigger fish. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Hooks and Hammocks, how you doing? It really makes a difference, especially when you're by yourself with the net.
Well, peace of mind with the rod holders. I never have to worry about thinking, "Oh, is it going to hold? Is it going to hold? Do I got to put a strap on my rod and reel just in case they don't hold? To bring them in."
Yeah.
But he makes all sorts of gear, but everything he makes is heavy duty for sure.
Hey, Mr. Tully, how you doing? Yes. I mean, if you can buy something off him, you are getting quality.
I see skipjack jumping. Maybe either that or white bass. Oh, but of course we're tangled. Yeah, let's do that. That always makes it easy to catch them.
Let's try putting you back up big again.
I got in my boat and I came back and I got, wow, I only have two skipjack rods in the boat and I can't find any of my gear for skipjacking. Don't know where that could be.
Catfish Hunter said they need bait. Hey, hunting and stuff with J&J.
Yeah, I need bait for this weekend too. I think I'm gonna go bluegilling. Try to get me some bluegill.
Yeah. Hey, John Oler. Next week, Epic Catfishing will be up on. For the show.
Good show. Knowledgeable. Now, Epic, he's the one who really puts a monster rod holder to a test.
Uh-huh.
That guy pulls some big fish in.
Yeah. And Chris Flores and Chat Cats will be coming up in a couple of weeks also. So.
Oh, the Chat Man?
Yeah. We're going to try and have some shows scheduled ahead of time. People scheduled. Makes it a little easier.
Yeah. I'm kind of last minute fill in here in case of emergencies.
Prove that's not a green screen behind you, James. That's the only way Brian B will fish, green screen.
Yeah, I know. But I'll tell you what, he's got the best guys, best videographers and stuff. Because man, he makes when he lies about out fishing, it looks so real.
It does. Hey, Stan 3.
But he hasn't done that in a year now? It's over a year since he green screened one. And it's probably 5 years since he really fished.
Well, I gave it away the last time was when he picked up the catfish that squeaked. It was a dog toy.
Yeah. Well, that ain't the video guy's fault. That's his fault. The squeaky catfish dog toy.
Yeah. Hey, Ernie Brown, how you doing?
That when he was out there and he's supposed to be reeling in a fish, you hear bing bong because DoorDash was making a delivery at the front door.
Mm-hmm. So, do you have any other upgrades you plan on doing to the boat, or you got it tuned in?
I think the only thing I think I'm going to do is instead of having the portable AC unit in here, I'm looking at getting one of those low profile ones that go up on the top.
Like an RV one?
Yeah, like an RV one kind of. That will probably be my last thing. I added the diamond plate on the sides over here.
Mm-hmm.
On both sides because this was just getting torn up and there's nothing you could do because you're always dragging stuff across it,
Yeah.
So that way I could drag anything across that I want, ice chests or whatever, loading in and out of the boat.
James,
What else we got? Go
what
ahead.
was your position in the Navy?
Position, I was a range master, small arms instructor for about 18 years. I worked on big guns, not the 16-inch ones, but the 5-inch 54 caliber gun cannons on the boat. I worked on the Tomahawk cruise missiles launchers, not the missiles themselves. What else did we do? And that's about it. I was stationed overseas in Japan for 4 years, which was absolutely awesome. Best people over there, I tell you, no crime. It was great. Had a great time there. I was in Hawaii for 3 years of shore duty. That was pretty good. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, like I said, I was on a couple ships, so we're always gone, underway all the time, out playing war. Whee!
Hey, Jeff Bill. What's some of the jobs you've actually had since you've got out of the military?
No, when I first got out of the Navy, I went to work for Dell for about 8-9 years, I guess. I was a field service tech, driving all over. For all those people who have that overnight warranty or whatever, it breaks, you call it in, somebody will be there the next day. I was the next day guy. But they'd have me drive like 300-400 miles just to replace a stick of RAM and a laptop. So you drive for like 6 hours, you got 2-minute job, and then you drive back. It was crazy, all the driving I'd do. Then I used to work for Lexmark. I worked in a hospital fixing all the Lexmark printers and everything. And then the companies I was working for kept getting sold and bought out by somebody else. And every time they sold it and bought it out, you'd lose your vacation time and have to start over. They give you a couple dollars less than what you were making before. And I finally said, forget it. And then we ended up moving to Indiana. I worked at Lowe's and then blew my back out completely. Had to have get a couple vertebrae fused together. That was probably 8-9 years ago. And right now I got 2 vertebrae they're looking at maybe having to fuse together again. So I figured if I make it too much longer, I won't even be able to bend over because my whole back will just be all a big steel rod, keep me from bending. But yeah, my back's really been bugging me a lot lately. So that's why I haven't been catching. I don't catch any big fish right now because I can't. I could hardly get them in the boat and stuff. So, but as soon as I get my back better, I let Jody reel them in and stuff. So
mm-hmm. Sometimes we pick them up together. Let's see, Paris Junior 518 Field Artillery here, still open.
Yeah, there you go. I'll tell you, when I first got out of the Navy, what sucked is I used to work with the EOD when I was in Japan, and we'd blow up all the old ordnance and rocket boosters and stuff, and it was fun. But I found out in the civilian world, they really frown upon you blowing stuff up. Yeah, they're not a big fan of that.
Crappie Barbecue says 1/82 FA Paris.
There you go. I'll tell you, there's a lot of people that were in the military.
Hello, Telly and Kelly. Thanks for coming in. The code is hashtag HD-80, not 8080.
I got hearing aids now, but that could be 18 years on the small arms range. Shooting shotguns and M14s and everything else. But like I said, if I had to do all over again, I'd do it again. I enjoyed it. You know, you had your good days and your bad days, and there was probably more bad days than good days, but it was definitely quite the experience.
Stan 2 said does the same thing. He let Stan 3 reel in the big ones because of his back.
Yeah.
Randy said all military have back issues.
Yeah, most of them do, especially the sailors after you're falling through them hatches and stuff when you're underway and the boat's rocking all around. You're falling down these ladders and stuff. It's always fun.
Hey, Stan 3 will know if you caught any weird fish in Japan.
We used to go. I was scuba diving over there a lot, and we used to go at night and we'd get
Hey, Alex.
Squids, because the Japanese people used to always want them. We go out and get them. They're about the size of a football. And you get them at night because they just kind of sit dormant. And you go over there and grab them, and then they ink you.
Yeah.
When I was in Hawaii, we used to go snorkeling and get the The spiny lobster, they ain't got no lobster claws, but they're all spiny. We'd go and get that, do that. That was fun. Probably some of the best fishing, believe it or not, was the Persian Gulf. We were catching marlin off hot dogs. But it's kind of hard to get a good charter out there because they're always at war.
Small Water said he threw his back out dancing in the 80s breakdancing, pop and lock, baby.
All right.
He's always funny. I like John. You've got a certain fish you've caught in Tennessee that's not native here.
Oh, that's right. I bet you I'm one of the only. I caught a legitimate piranha out of the Tennessee River.
Yeah.
When I was fishing for bluegill off a dock, and I hooked something, and it was big, and I fought it, and I reeled it in, and got it in. I was looking at it, and I was going, "Damn, that looks like a piranha." I'm going, "No way!" I started calling around to my friends, and they're going, "Nah, there ain't no piranha in here." I sent them a picture, and they're like, "Hey, damn, that looks like a piranha." So I got them, and I saved it, and I got it, and I called Fish and Game, and they said they'd be down in their normal expedient time of about 2 weeks. So they said, "Throw it in the freezer." I threw it in the freezer, and their marine biologist came down and went, "Yep, that's a piranha." But they're not native to here. And how those get here is people every now and then have them in their tanks. They get too big, and they let them go in the river like a bunch of idiots. But Fish and Game wants to know about them because they could test them, and they can tell how much poisons they have in their body on how long they've actually been in the river. And they're a warm water fish, so the Tennessee waters get cold enough to where they don't make it through the winter. And they're just trying to make sure that they're not making it through the winter because that could be bad.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Asian carp's bad enough, but piranhas probably wouldn't be good.
Uncle Lou said,
yep, so get yourself a piranha, baby. Yeah, Joe with Chat's Cats, every time he's like the master. I swear to God, that guy is something else when he comes to catching fish. But I always go, "Do you have a piranha, Joe?" "Oh, I didn't think you did, do you?"
Tell me about how you met Joe.
So Chat's Cats, Joe Jellison. When I was living in Red Bank, there used to be a boat ramp I used to frequent and fish. And he used to put in there all the time. And he always saw me, and he'd come up, and I'd give him bluegill and stuff because I'm usually catching a lot of bluegill for bait. And if he needed them, I'd hook him up. And then one day he came by, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I said, "Nothing." He goes, "You want to go out?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So we went out and went fishing, and probably been out maybe, 20, 30 times with him probably by now. So we have a blast. I'll tell you, I have a good time. We laugh the whole time, but unfortunately, most of the video footage is not YouTube friendly. So,
Hey, Ed Jenkins.
But we have a good time. But I'll tell you what, anybody, if you want to catch fish, whether it's crappie or bass or catfish or whatever, every time I go with them, I'm always hoping he skunks. That's my big thing is he's going to skunk. And he's always like, this last time we went out, we didn't have a fish. We stopped at like 3 spots. And I was going, "Oh, this is it." And I was acting like, "Hello. Yeah. Channel 7. Yeah. I'm with Joe. He's going to skunk today. Can you get the band ready at the dock and get everything all set up?" And he's like, "Oh, shut up." But he goes, "I want to try one more spot." We went up to the dam, and he pulled a 30-pound blue cat right at the last minute. I was like, trying to get him to skunk. I've never seen him skunk. Never. That's pretty good to say.
Mm-hmm. We're going to do this giveaway here in just a few minutes. Everybody wants to put in the code #HD-80. And I'm going to make a banner for if you win, how you can contact me to get your address. If a lot of you have me on Facebook, you can just Facebook message me. But I'll put in my email.
Yeah, I myself, I'm known to skunk every now and then. That's why I have a picture of the skunk on the side of the boat. And then my logo, because I'm always fighting that bugger.
Let's see.
Tends to follow me around. I think Brian sent him up here.
And this is how I kind of do it on.
Do what on?
Let's see. Show. Pontoon Jody at Outlook.com is my email. So if you win, You can either email me there or Facebook message me. But if I don't hear from you, my month top, that prize is forfeited.
And will be given out.
Because
I'm sure you'll hear from whoever wins it, though.
Too, that I lost that information to on 2 phones back. And
is it Jeff Beal? Jeff Beal, the one that I owe something to?
Jeff Beal, I think.
Yeah, I just got my stickers today from Bobcat, so that will go out in the mail here probably tomorrow. But that's what I've been waiting on, as I was out of stickers.
Yeah. If they would tell me their name, it's say it's me, I would remember who it was. You know what I'm saying? But I can't think of who it is. But a lot of times on the prizes, you give something away, you never hear from the person who got it.
Yeah, I've had a few of those. Mm-hmm. And I'm not like Jody. I usually send my stuff out next day.
Hey, Ricky Pooh, would Steve Douglas be mailing this out, not me? You have to put
okay. So you got a good shot at getting it.
He said he would mail it out next week. Because he's gone this week. You have to put hashtag HD-80. It's not an O, it's a 0. And if you don't put the hashtag, it won't record it.
And he also makes a 40, a Hydro 40, and then a Hydro 150. But the 150 is just obnoxiously big. I'm never going to catch a fish where I need that.
Yeah, I didn't know that he made a 40.
Well, the 40 is a good size, too, because, I mean, you can still get a 50, 60 pounder in the 40, pretty easily. You might have to work at it a little bit, but with the 80, 50, 60 pounder, no problem at all. You're not fighting at all.
I'm probably going to get the 40 and the 80. I like a smaller net. Because if I don't have a huge fish, I want the smaller net because it's easier to handle by yourself.
Yeah.
So.
I usually never catch anything I don't catch them that small. So.
Oh, baloney. They're going to change your name to Cool Kittens because you catch kitten size fish.
Yeah, that's what I'm known for dinking. I'm known for using worms and chicken, right? Yeah, that's me.
Hey, Stephen Brown, welcome in.
Yeah, I've been tearing up these dink tournaments. Whoo, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Never been so excited in my life for these.
Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel. Let's see what time it is.
Spin that wheel.
7:13.
I'm going with Danny Stone or who else? Shirley T is going to win it.
We got 72 entries. I'll give you one more minute in case you want to put it in.
Can I put in for it? I didn't think so.
You can say, get the big net. Sounds cooler. Yep, that's right. Hey, Ricky Pooh. Kelly Bullock, thanks for coming in. Chris Everett, thanks for sharing that out. His link, appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to go over here to this tool. And I'm going to hit draw.
Draw, and there it goes. And the winner is Trophy Seekers Outdoors. No. Oh. Ah! Stand 3, come on. How dare you put in for that stand 3?
Stand 3 won fair and square.
He did. Mm-hmm. He did.
So he don't have to email me. Steve already gets his information.
Yeah, he doesn't have to email you because they're not sending that out to him. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep, stand 3 won fair and square.
That's cool.
Yeah,
it's all good.
I was looking at his logo. That's pretty neat looking. Stand 3 fishing. Yeah.
Yep. Does he still fish? I haven't seen him fish in a long time either.
I haven't either.
Is he riding the pine like his dad now?
I think he's going to start hosting.
Him and Brian B. going to start a show, weekly show on Boy When We Used to Fish.
Yeah, what? No way. Yes, you definitely want it. So there you go.
That ought to be Brian B.'s weekly show is How I Used to Fish. Got him. That could be a skipjack right there.
Surely.
He's on top of the water. He's on top of the water. Come on. I gotta get him. Come on, baby.
Stan 3-1, the HD-80 net just then. HD, Tony Harrison and
I don't know what this is. It doesn't feel like a white bass. Oh, come on, dude. Come on, dude. Oh, guess what? It's a white bass.
You know,
dummies.
That 38-pounder on the other day.
I know, but they need to stop eating my skipjack bait. Mm-hmm. You dummy. And you're unlucky too because you get to go on the ice chest because I don't have any other bait yet. See, if you would have let me catch a bunch of skipjack first, you probably would have got to live.
Two Stan said the name of the show would be this week on I Used to Catch Fish. Yeah, they're going to start a soap opera.
Oh, look at him trying to quill me. You call it as the fish turn.
Does he have a sharp gill plate? He has really thick fins.
Armor plating, yeah. And they can cut you pretty good.
And they flip crazy like, and they stab you. And I hate catching them. I hate unhooking them. I hate using them for bait. Because
that's another reason why I don't like catching small catfish, because they will cut the bejesus out of you. If you're not careful with them, they have the sharpest spikes on them. Man, they can cut you open. Huh, Jody?
Even if they're dead, those white bass can still, when you pick them up, they just go in your hand. It's awful.
Show them your hand, Jody.
It's about healed up.
I don't know. It was like from the middle of her palm all the way down to about here. It was just gashed wide open from one of them little buggers.
I got that Friday night from a catfish. Sliced me open. 205 said white bass is a good dinner and good bait where it's legal. Hey, Roger Muskrat.
Legal here.
Yeah.
You can use just about everything here, especially if you catch it on rod and reel.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be laughing at me, you bugger. Yeah.
Well, I want to thank everybody who come in and watched tonight. And
boy, time flies when you're having fun.
We're at 7:17, and
all right, Jody, you got 10 more minutes to fill in.
Don't forget at 8:00 on the Muskrat's channel. If he wants to drop a link to it, he has his show starting at 8:00. Next week, Epic Catfish will be up here. I may move it back to 7. I don't know if I will that show because Epic is a talker. I might need the extra time.
Yeah, I might need the extra half hour.
Steve said it's hard for him to come in at 6:30 because he's still working. But this week he was traveling.
Yeah. So yeah, you'll probably have to move it back to 7, but
yeah. I only moved it up that way we'd have extra time in case we went over, but it did. I don't think it's going to work out for Steve that way. So
yeah, and you wouldn't go over a whole lot every now and then. All right, that's not tangled up. Just making sure these rigs ain't tangled up.
Yeah,
I'm kind of surprised I hadn't caught a catfish. We usually do okay here, not real big ones, but not bad.
I think I'll give away a monster rod bait towel real quick.
There you go.
We still got some people in here.
I got stickers. You can give away a couple of my stickers too if you want.
Okay. I'll do the bait towel.
Oh, look at that. I'll be danged. There's a fish on this catfish rod. Did he come off? No, he's still on there.
Yeah,
it's got to be a flathead if he was just sitting down there with it in his mouth.
Hashtag Jody loves me. We can't see you, just your shoulder, but I guess
that's amazing. I was like, what is that? Is that what? That is it's a drum.
Really?
Yeah, a big drum. But I didn't even see him going. I don't know if I can get him in like this. I think I can. Let's see. Come on, dude. Up and away. Oh, hang on, I'll show him. Man, that's crazy. What are you eating a skipjack for, dude? It's a spotted drum. I'm going to let you go. Oh, he makes good bait, but I still think I'm going to let him go.
Yeah.
Come on, let me pick you up. There you go.
HD-style
Drum, the
fish.
drum, drum, drum.
That's a nice looking little fish there.
Yeah, he's not bad. Yeah, how long you been on there, dummy? You got to pull on that and let me know, and I would have got you off earlier. Oh, boy. Do I keep him for bait or I'm going to let him go.
You never know
I
what
like
you're going to catch.
Well, everybody up here kills drum all the time, so I think I'll let them go because their numbers are going to be down. The bass guys hate them, so they kill them when they get them, which I think is just such a waste. If you're not going to take the fish or you're not going to use it for anything else, you shouldn't kill it.
But there's your code for the next giveaway. Be towel for a monster rod holder bait towel. No hashtag or anything, just towel. Hey, Southern Wildfin, how you doing?
Can't believe I caught a drum.
Backwoods Misfit, how you doing? We'll just run this just 2 or 3 minutes, and we'll give it away real quick, and then do James's stickers. Are you going to do a bait towel too?
Yeah, I got bait towel and a sticker. Thanks for giving all my stuff away. That's all right.
You're welcome, Kevin Baker. Thanks for coming in. Hey, look, lady, Steve Trap Brown, how you doing?
A drum. Drum, the drum, drum, drum.
Never seen a drum that color. Toxic spill.
Yeah, probably the new plant's right there, so
Hey,
very
Mr.
well
P.
could be.
Hey, Whisker Dreams, good to see you in here. Uncle Don R. Danielle Thompson.
That's not tangled. We'll let that one back out too.
James,
So yeah, not feeling.
out late since Jody is not with you.
Yeah, I can stay out and not be all upset.
He goes to his best spots when I'm not with him.
Yep. Peace, quiet, serenity. I don't have to sit there with somebody going, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you. It's old after about 5 hours.
Hey, Alex.
I'm not touching you.
We'll give this just another minute or two, then we're going to spin it. Butterfly Sunshine. Yeah, but I am not touching. That's right.
Yeah. Come on, eat this. I cooked. I'm gonna cook. Eat this. No, not doing that either. Sorry, no better. Too many. You proved yourself too many times for me to even to attempt to try anything. If she's coming to me going, "Hey, try this," you already know it's bad, or she wouldn't even be walking over with it.
Yeah.
She never comes over going, "Oh, this turned out great. You should try it." No, it's always, "Can you try this?" Ugh.
Hey, Jim.
We still got that one live where my dogs wouldn't even eat whatever it was you cooked.
Danielle Thompson won the Monster Rod Holder bait towel.
There you go.
All right, now we'll set up the next one.
Set up the true good giveaway.
This one would be for a Cool Cat bait towel and Cool Cat stickers.
Yep. Be a collector's item. They're in high demand.
Let's see.
So if you're in this area and you ever need any prop work done on your boat, performance props down in Saudi Daisy.
Mm-hmm.
Stand up guys. I'm telling you, they went, oh, they figured out, they knew I drove for an hour to get there. They're like, oh, we'll take care of this right now for you, sir. Took them like 20 minutes. Did a little extra stuff. He checked the balance on my prop and everything. Said everything was good. Good guy. Fair price. Only charged me $20 to re-sleeve it or whatever they do on the inside of those once they get spun.
Mm-hmm.
Spun.
Cool Cats is the code word for this one. It's
with a K.
S on it.
With K's. KK.
K's. Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. I pulled a Jody. Oh, I got it off though. Yeah, Jody, boy, you can't have anything in the boat at all when she's casting because she's going to snag it and then blame you.
If I win, I'll give it to Cold Creek. Okay.
Should be getting closer to skipjack time. Sun's starting to go down.
I think
They don't really bite.
misspelled it, but I ain't gonna swear to it. My vision's kind of off.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't.
Blind lady. Blind.
Yep, I know where Danielle is. Hey, hooks up. James, does he know of Piney Point Fish Camp? I've been there before, but I live in Ohio.
I've heard of it.
I think
Piney Point.
there's a sign for it on the side of the road. We drive by
Yep.
sometimes.
Yep, we drive by it every now and then.
Yeah.
I think it's halfway between here and Chattanooga, actually, if I remember correctly. But yeah, so yeah, Brian B, he'll be fishing anytime here, sometime soon. Depends on what your definition of soon is. If you consider soon like in the next 3 years, you're in there.
I don't know how to. I'm not very good at this yet. I don't know how to move this stuff around. And I don't know how to move the big one either.
Ooh, the big one.
Hey, Nikki, how you doing? We're giving away Cool Cats bait towel and stickers. Stan 3 won the net, and Danielle won the Monster Rod Holder bait towel.
Which are pretty good looking. I like them. They're yellow with the monster in the middle.
But some of them's gray with the Monster Rod Holder in it. Hey, catch
really?
fish.
No. Got to go with the yellow. Got to have the yellow.
Fish on Ed Evans.
Ed will be fishing tomorrow night, I think.
Yep.
Late night with Ed Evans.
Yep. After midnight, I think, maybe with Ed Evans.
Yep.
I think that's what the name of his show is. If he wants to drop a link to it, he can. Hey, Paul Dixon, how you doing? We're fixing to do a giveaway for a bait towel and stickers. If you type in the word Cool Cats with K's and ends in an S, you'll be entered in it. Give that away in just about one more minute. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
So Steve is out fishing in some big money tournament, huh? Helping people out.
Yeah. Hey, 252. Yeah, he was heading down there today when I talked to him. Some big tournament this weekend.
Still think my favorite video of Steve's, Douglas's, is the bait bomb ice chest.
Yeah.
That was so nasty.
For Cool Cats, question. What are your challenges you have with having a big boat?
Actually, it's really it seems a lot smaller than it really is. My 4Runner with the V8 tows it just fine. It's got the brakes on the trailer, so I can stop just fine. I would say the only tricky part is when you're pulling into the ramp or trying to get on the trailer, if it's windy, it does catch the wind pretty good. The wind blows you around quite a bit because it's got the top and everything. But other than that, I'm really happy with it. Like I said, it's a tank. I can run it up on the rocks. I can, I'm not really, I don't baby it or anything, but it's definitely durable. It is put together well, so I'm sure I'm going to have this well until I'm gone.
There we're drawing. It's a Hughes craft. He wants to know what kind of boat it is.
Yep, it's a Hughes craft. They're made out in Oregon or Washington, out that way on the other coast. So they use them to go out salmon fishing out in the ocean. I don't know if I'd be taking this way out in the ocean, but they do. This is the smallest one that they make. Actually, I think they make an 18 now, but it doesn't come with the hard top. But this is the smallest one they make that has a hard top. And I'm telling you, the hard top's nice.
252, you can message me your address and I'll send that on to James. He'll be the one mailing that out. So congratulations. Yep. You want a bait towel and stickers from Cool Cats Fishing?
Yep. Hey, Jody, I'm going to go. I'm getting a call. It's the VA.
All right. It's over.
Okay, bye, everybody.
Thanks for coming up, James. That was perfect timing because it's time to end the show. Thank you, everybody, for coming and watched and participated in all the comments. And we'll be in next week with Epic. Might start at 7, but I don't know if it'll be 6:30 or 7, but you'll know ahead of time. And everybody have a great week and have fun fishing. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.